Hello ladies and gentlemen, those in between, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Everett, and for today's video, we're going to be reacting to another Jerome Everdome's video.
In every great artist's journey, there's a beginning that shapes their soul, a place where voices rise not for fame, but for faith. For Elvis Presley and Jerome Evardome, that place was the church. Two generations apart, yet united by one divine calling, music.
You know I can be found sitting home all alone. And now the end is near. Well, there's one for the money, two for the show. We get ready. We can go on together with suspicious men say. To say the words, why can't my dream come true? There must be lights burning brighter. I'm sailing right on behind.
Where it all began. Before the lights, before the fame, before the name, the king of rock and roll echoed across the world, there was a young boy named Elvis Aaron Presley, a shy child in Tupelo, Mississippi, who found his first rhythm not on a stage, but inside a small church filled with gospel hymns. The year is 1940. Elvis' mother, Gladys, held his tiny hand as the voices of the congregation lifted high. Elvis listened, his heart pounding with the beat of the gospel. That's where it began, the spirit of music that would one day shake the world.
Jailhouse Rock.
Love me through all my dreams.
Different place, different era. Thousands of miles away, decades later, another boy stood in front of his church choir.
Oh,
His name,
okay.
Jerome Evardome. Like Elvis, Jerome was not born into fame. He sang for God, not glory.
Oh.
Every Sunday morning, his voice blended with others, filling the air with warmth and devotion. Little did anyone know, this young choir boy would grow into a performer who would move hearts, just like the legends before him.
2025.
Step on my face, slamming my name all over the place. Well, sing, oh, I just, we're caught in a trap. I can't.
What song is this?
When you're weary, you know I can be found sitting home all alone.
Roel and
Different
Jerome
time,
in one
different
frame.
place, but same passion. Two boys, two eras, one passion, music born from faith. Elvis learned the power of soul through gospel. Jerome learned the power of emotion through harmony. Both found light in the same sacred place, the church.
The church. Alright guys, now let me pause the video right here because I'd like to talk about being a church member. So being a church member can significantly influence someone's journey into becoming a mainstream singer. So the same thing happened to both of them, Elvis Presley and Jerome Evardome, the clone of Elvis Presley. And of course, being a church member, like being a member of a choral group in the church, it can give you early exposure to music and structured vocal training. Number one, you can have like regular chances to sing. Number two, you can have guidance from choir directors, and also you can be introduced to harmony, to rhythm, and of course the musical discipline. So I think that the two of them, Jerome and Elvis Presley, had these advantages when they were a member of the choir in their church.
At
1948.
13, Elvis received his first guitar, a humble gift that would change history. He strummed softly, practicing gospel chords he heard in church. And from those hymns came the birth of a sound the world had never heard before. A mix of gospel, blues, and rhythm that would define rock and roll. From choir to community performances. Jerome's story mirrors that devotion. From choir rehearsals to community performances, he carried the same humility that once defined a young Elvis.
I really hope that Jerome stays humble, because to my mind, humility is one great ingredient, and it's one considerable factor that we need to take into consideration when it comes to becoming successful. And another thing that I'd like to point out, being a member of a church choir gives you the chance to sing in front of the community. It also helps you overcome stage fright, and at the same time, you can receive encouragement rather than criticism. So these factors helped both of them. And I genuinely hope, and I keep my fingers crossed, that Jerome Evardome succeeds in his endeavors. And yeah, I hope he becomes even more popular, not only in the Philippines, but also worldwide. He's so passionate for music.
Each note Jerome sang carried a story of dreams, of faith, and of the hope that one voice can touch many.
Aww. I don't know Jerome personally, but based on his performances on Eat Bulaga and outside the show, I can tell that he's very much committed to authenticity. I can tell that he really studies and practices a lot to nail the nuances, and I think that another thing that I love about Jerome Evardome is the fact that he doesn't just put himself in a box, like in his comfort zone. However, he tries to get out of his comfort zone and then tries to showcase his vocal abilities by singing other songs, and it really makes me impressed.
From Manila to Las Vegas.
From Manila to Las Vegas.
The king of rock and roll and the magnetic icon.
Magnetic icon.
Jerome turns inspiration into art. Elvis turned gospel into greatness. Though generations apart, their voices echo the same truth. Greatness doesn't begin in fame, it begins in faith.
Oh, I love that. It begins in faith.
For Elvis, gospel was more than music. It was a prayer sung to the world. A reminder that even the greatest voices are born from humble whispers of devotion. For Jerome, every note he sings is a reflection of the same journey, a testament that passion rooted in faith can move hearts across
Oh,
generations.
I love that. Okay, speaking of generations, guys, I think it's very evident that Jerome bridges eras. He brings classic Elvis energy to the new generation, and he makes songs accessible and new. And for younger audiences who may never have experienced Elvis alive, or who know him only through records or hearsay, Jerome's vocals provide a way to hear Elvis in a modern context. Familiar yet fresh, and his ability to channel Elvis helps keep the music alive and, of course, relevant. And it shows that those vintage songs can still resonate now, of course, through someone relatable like Jerome Evardome today.
Their stories remind us that talent is a gift, but
It
purpose
is.
a calling. And when both unite
Purpose
through
is a
faith,
calling. I
the
like
result
that.
is timeless.
I like that.
Caught in a trap. I can't walk.
As Elvis stepped onto the grand stages of Las Vegas, the same fire that burned in that small Tupelo church still lived within him.
Why can't you see? Oh, what you're
And as Jerome stands before cameras, microphones, and audiences of today, that same fire of passion lights his every performance.
Alam niyo guys, nakakatuwa talaga yung reaction ni Ma'am Alan, no? Every time Jerome sings. Parang napapahanga siya.
They remind us that music is not just melody, it is memory.
It is.
Every note holds a story, every song a prayer.
Every song a prayer. That's powerful.
And in every stage, big or small, the echoes of the choir remain.
Ah, I love that. The echo of the choir remains.
From Tupelo, Mississippi to Philippines,
Tupelo, Mississippi.
from Tupelo to the Philippines, from the church pew to the spotlight, Elvis Presley and Jerome Evardome prove one timeless truth. Faith builds the voice, and the voice builds the legacy. Their journeys, though worlds apart, are bound by one eternal song, the song of hope, heart, and the harmony of the human soul.
Dedicated to all dreamers who began their journey in the church choir. Let faith be your first stage. I say amen to that. Alright guys, this reaction video is pretty lengthy already. I don't normally make a reaction video to this very long video, but I came across this video a couple of days ago, and so I was like, wait a moment, this is pretty interesting. I'd like to check this out. I'd like to know more about Jerome Evardome, because for the most part, I make a reaction video to him performing a song, performing in Eat Bulaga, performing at, the gigs where he's invited to perform. So it's pretty nice to know that growing up, he was a member of their church choir. And like I said earlier, being a member of a church choir gives you a lot of chances to perform in front of a community. It gives you more like affirmation, and at the same time it helps you build your confidence. So my only hope is that Jerome remains humble, because everywhere we go, humility is one important factor that needs to be taken into account, especially when becoming successful. It's non-negotiable. So anyway guys, let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this video. Alright, so that's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when the next video comes out. Peace out.